Theory of value. What knowledge and skills are worthwhile learning? What are the goals of education? Education should raise the awareness of the students so that they become subjects rather than objects of the world. This is done by teaching students to think democratically and to continually question and make learning from critically view everything they learn. Number 2. Theory of knowledge. What is knowledge? How is it different from belief? What is a mistake? What is a lie? Knowledge is a social construct. Knowing is a social process, whose individual dimension, however, cannot be forgotten or even devalued. The process of knowing, which involves the whole conscious self, feelings, emotions, memory, affects an epistemologically curious mind. Focus on the object equally involves other thinking subjects, that is, others also capable of knowing and curious. This simply means that the relationship called thinking is not enclosed in a relationship thinking subject knowable object, because it extends to other thinking subjects. Theory of human nature. What is a human being? How does it differ from other species? What are the limits of human potential? The ability of humans to plan and shape the world for their future needs is what separates man from animals. The oppressed majority must be taught to imagine a better way too that they can be shape their future and thereby become more human. Growing to us is something more than growing to the trees or the animals that, unlike us, cannot take their own growth as an object of their preoccupation. For us, growing is a process in which we can intervene. The point of decision of human growth is not found in the species. Theory of learning. What is learning? How are skills and knowledge acquired? Freire talks about the fallacy of looking at the education system like a bank, a large repository where students come to withdraw the knowledge they need for life. Knowledge is not a set of commodity that is passed from the teachers to the students. Students must construct knowledge from knowledge they already possess. Teachers must learn how the students understand the world so that the teacher understands how the student can learn. Transmission. Who is to teach? By what methods? What will the curriculum be? Teaching is a political process. It must be a democratic process to avoid teaching authority dependence. The teacher must learn about the students so that knowledge can be constructed in ways that are meaningful to the students. The teachers must become learners and the learners must become teachers. Theory of society. What is society? What institutions are involved in the educational process? Freire challenges the conventional assumption that there is equal opportunity in a democratic society. He asserts often that education is a political process. Schools become tools that are used by parents, business, and the communities to impose their values and beliefs, while no intentional harm is intended. This process often results in the oppression of less privileged persons. Theory of opportunity. Who is to be educated? Who is to be schooled? Freire's entire education career is based on his desire to provide greater opportunity for the poor and oppressed people of the world. But particularly in Brazil, knowing has everything to do with growing. But the knowing of dominant minorities absolutely must not prohibit and must not appreciate, must not castrate the growing of the immense dominated majorities. Theory of consensus. Why do people disagree? How is people achieved? Whose opinion takes precedence? Disagreement is normal and something to expect. Disagreement can be impetus to reflection and a source of growth. The problem that Freire wants to address is when opinions and disagreements are suppressed in the name of the control and authority.